Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a second part of the lesson. Why do we fall ill? Already in this chapter, we have studied about what is health. So, what is the importance of health? Then I told you about what are the requirement or what are the necessary for a good health. So for a good health, we have seen our economic status is very important. Our social environment is very important. Personal hygiene is very important. Then public cleanliness is very important. So good economic condition is very important. Like this, we have studied about all the aspects of personal and community health that we have studied, and I told you about the disease also. What do you mean by disease? So disease is a condition of of body not functioning properly. If our body, part of the body or organs or any part of the body, if it is unable to work under normal physiologic normal condition, then that condition refers to the diseases. So, and I told you about in the last class, I told you about the causes of the disease, and now also we will discuss about the causes of the disease. I was telling about the causes of disease. So, diseases causes there are many, like I told you, if you are not personally hygiene, if you are not personally hygiene, then you may suffer from many of the diseases. So your practices, like if you have a good practice like washing the hand before the having the meals, all there is a one example I am giving you. So hygienic condition, that if you are not hygiene, you may suffer from some diseases, or you can, drinking a good purified water, not so avoiding the drinking of contaminated water. If you drink uncontaminated water, then you will not suffer from any of the diseases, or you will not your body will work properly, function properly. So diseases are caused of many causes are there. Like I told you in the last class, malnutrition or not having a proper nutritious food. I told you about a balanced diet. Balanced diet means what? So balanced diet means what? So if you are having a healthy, nutritious food, or the food which contains all the nutrients in a proper proportion, then it is called as a balanced diet. If you have a good balanced diet, then you will not suffer from many of the diseases or malnutrition. So malnutrition means what? So it occurs due to the deficiency of specific one or more nutrients. Like I told, I'm sharing the screen over here. That you have that I have written the definition of malnutrition. It occurs due to the deficiency of one or more nutrients making a person unhealthy. If you are not having a proper food, a proper quantity, so your food should contain protein, your food should contain carbohydrate, your food should contain vitamins, your food should contain roughages or fibers. So fibers we get from vegetables usually. If you have a vegetables in our, you get minerals, vitamins also, and you will get the roughages also. And a proper amount of water. Drinking water also prevents many of the diseases. Like we can give example of urinary tract infection. So urinary tract infection, like kidney stones maybe, that is one of the reasons. If you drink proper amount of water, you can prevent the urinary tract infection. Like that one example I am giving. Malnutrition, there are many diseases which are caused due to the malnutrition. So if your food is lack of proteins, you may suffer from a disease called as marasmus, kwashiorkor and all. And if your food is lack of iodine, you may suffer from goiter. Say goiter is an endemic disease. Endemic disease means what? The disease which are caused only to a certain geographical area. Like example, the coastal belt people, the people who stay in coastal belt, they never suffer from goiter because their soil is rich with iodine. So they consume the food which is grown in the soil which contains iodine. That's why the chances of getting the goiter disease is very less for coastal belt people. Like that, even microorganism causes many of the diseases. Various microorganisms like bacteria, viruses, protozoans, some of the worms also cause many of the infectious disease. So example I can give viral disease, we can give like hepatitis, we can give genital herpes, we can give sexual transmitted disease like AIDS, we can give. We can give example of bacteria, Salmonella typhi. A bacteria called as Salmonella typhi causes typhoid. Staphylococcus aureus causes skin infection. Fungus causes athlete foot or ringworm. Protozoans cause malaria. Actually, malaria is caused by actually protozoan called as Plasmodium. But the mosquito helps in the spreading of the diseases. That I will discuss this later in vector part. So usually this microorganism cause infectious disease. So they spread from person to person, like they spread. If you have malaria, so malaria is caused by actually a vector called as mosquito. Mosquito called Anopheles mosquito causes the malaria. The malaria will spread by Anopheles mosquito, like that. These are the some diseases which are caused due to the action of microorganism. When your body is exposed to the microorganism, you may suffer from infectious disease. Then genetic disorder. Some of the diseases are caused during the birth itself, or in the from the birth itself. Some diseases are caused from the birth itself. Those diseases actually they are called as genetic disorders. Example, I told you about hemophilia. Hemophilia is a genetic disease which is caused during the birth itself. So hemophilia is a disease which in which the clotting factors are absent in a person. If the person who is suffering from hemophilia, if some injury happens on the body, continuously the bleeding will happen. Bleeding will never stop. That is the condition called as hemophilia. Hemophilia is a genetic disorder. Then diseases are caused due to the malfunctioning of the organ. Due to some reason, so our body parts, organs will not able to work properly, like heart. Heart actually helps in the pumping of blood to all parts of the body. So heart contains chambers, like valves are there. If valves are not working properly, you may suffer from some diseases. Understood? Degenerative disease also comes here. Say example, I have given the example of arthritis. Arthritis is a disease caused in the joints actually. Between the two bones there is a cartilage and a synovial fluid. When that degenerate in the sense it will it will undergo wear and tear because of aging. During that time, you person suffer from arthritis. That is also one of the malfunctioning of organ. Then I told you about economic condition. If your economic status is not good, you will not have a proper hygienic conditions. You will not have a proper treatment for the diseases. You will not have a nutritious food. All such condition may become a cause of the disease. Like this, there are many causes of the disease. These are the causes which I have discussed now. So, like pathogens means what? So I told you already. Many of the microorganisms cause diseases, like bacterial diseases are there, viral diseases are there, fungal diseases are there, protozoan diseases are there. All these diseases are caused by harmful microorganisms. Those harmful microorganisms which causes the disease are called pathogens. Like, so there are, these are the reasons actually. So next topic we are going to discuss about types of disease. Already we know what are diseases. So we come across many of the diseases in our lifespan. See, now the world is suffering from a disease called as COVID-19. So COVID-19 is caused by a virus called as coronavirus. So this is an infectious disease. See, mainly the diseases are divided into two types actually. Congenital disease. Congenital disease means disease caused during the birth or disease present during the from the birth itself. The disease which are present during the birth itself is called as the congenital disease. Hemophilia is a congenital disease. Sometimes diabetes may be a congenital disease. Understood? Like that we can give many of the examples. Then acquired disease. Acquired disease means for disease caused after the birth. The disease caused after the birth are referred as acquired disease, because we are acquiring this disease because of our lifestyle. Because of our lifestyle. So I told you already, if you are not hygienic, you may suffer from some diseases. If you are not if you are not so there is a proverb called like prevention is better than cure. So after, see, suffering from a disease will be very hectic. Means it will lose your self confidence. It will hamper your normal life, because before that preventing from the disease is very important. Like see, now the COVID is a disease the world is suffering from. So here there are some prevention methods: wearing the mask, then keeping a distance from infected, means not only infected person, even from the healthy person, and sanitizing your hands time to timely, maintaining the distance, avoiding the public gathering. All that are the prevention of a disease called COVID-19. Like that, if we prevent ourselves, we will not get any acquired diseases. Acquired diseases means I told you, diseases caused after the birth, or diseases are caused after the birth during the lifespan are called what? Acquired disease. Acquired disease. It's like acquired diseases. There are many types. Like maybe hospital acquired diseases. For example, a hospital acquired diseases. Hospital acquired diseases means what? Say you are suffering from some disease and you got admitted in a hospital, and when you are in the hospital you get another disease, that is hospital acquired disease. Like that, or you are healthy person but you have visited a hospital to see your friend who is suffering from some diseases. During that time you may get disease if your immune system is not good. That type of diseases are called acquired diseases. So apart from this, there are like the diseases are divided into like diseases are divided into acute and chronic. Acute and chronic. What do you mean by acute disease? So acute disease are the diseases which are caused for the time, which are caused for short time. Those diseases are called as acute diseases. There is one more type of disease, that is chronic disease. Chronic disease. See, chronic disease is a disease caused for the long time or long duration. They are called as chronic disease. Example, cancer. The person who is suffering from cancer will suffer for 3 to 4 years or more than 4 years. Maybe many days it will take. Those diseases are called as chronic diseases. AIDS is a chronic diseases. Acute diseases like typhoid, malaria, it causes for a certain time and it will disappear after some. So COVID comes under chronic diseases. Understood? Like apart from this, there are infectious disease. Infectious disease in the sense the diseases which are transferred from a healthy, unhealthy person or a patient to a healthy person. That diseases is called infectious disease. Infectious disease. Understood? I hope you understood this. Infectious diseases are also called as communicable disease. Communicable diseases are the diseases which are caused or which are transferred from a patient to a healthy person is called as infectious disease. Like you can give example of AIDS, hepatitis B, herpes, all that you can give. Like typhoid you can give, so cholera you can give. So many examples of infectious diseases are many example you can give. So non-infectious or non-communicable diseases. So what are these? The diseases which are not transferred from a patient to a healthy patient, not transferred. So if a person is suffering from cancer, and if you go and meet that person, and you just speak to him, share his feelings, you console him. During that time, you will not suffer from the cancer. Understood? You will not suffer from the cancer. So that time those diseases is that type of disease is called as non-communicable disease, which are not transferred from a patient to the healthy person. Diabetic patient, a person is suffering from diabetes, and if you are going to meet him, the disease you will not get disease. So that condition. So that are called as non-infectious disease. See, non-infectious diseases are many, like deficiency diseases. Usually, deficiency diseases are non-infectious. Like if you are suffering from goiter, this goiter is non-communicable disease because it is due to the deficiency of iodine in your food. If you have iodine in your food, and your disease will be cured. That is the simple. Then metabolic diseases. Metabolic diseases in the sense diabetes is a metabolic disease because diabetes is caused due to the deficiency of insulin produced in the body. There is a hormone called as insulin which is necessary for the metabolism or carbohydrates. So body should use the carbohydrate properly in the presence of insulin. If your body is lack of production of insulin, and you may suffer from the diabetes disease. Allergies. Allergies are also non-communicable, like itching disease or allergies in the sense sneezing. Sometimes it may be means it is, if it is due to the infections, then it will transfer, no doubt. Allergies may transfer. But a person who is suffering from asthma, or he is due to some allergy condition, dust allergy maybe, pollen allergy maybe, that will never transfer. If you are suffering from asthma, the asthma will never transfer. Actually, asthma is caused due to the non-functioning of our respiratory tract, like trachea. So contractions, say like constriction of bronchioles and bronchis lead to the asthma. So that disease will never transfer. Cancer also never transfers. So these are called as non-infectious disease. Go through your textbook. In the textbook, they have given some more information. You go through the disease. You go through the book and learn it. And I'm telling some of the diseases here. I hope I have got all diseases. Like degenerative disease also comes here. Arthritis maybe. Like this is about the type of disease. Now we'll see how the diseases spread. If it is infectious, this is how they spread. So there are a lot of infectious diseases like malaria maybe, typhoid maybe, cholera maybe, or AIDS maybe, tuberculosis maybe, pneumonia maybe. Like these are the diseases which are communicable disease. Why? Because they spread from a healthy person, unhealthy person to a healthy person. So means of spread. Diseases are spread by many of the infectious agent. What are the infectious agent? So diseases are spread through air, diseases are spread through water, diseases are spread through food, diseases are spread through sexual contact, and diseases spread through vectors also. So we'll see one by one. Airborne disease. What are these airborne diseases? Diseases will spread from an unhealthy person to a healthy person by the contaminated air. Contaminated air is called airborne diseases. So pathogens, sometimes pathogens are present in the air also. When they enter our body through respiratory tract, you suffer from diseases. Say like if you take COVID-19, a person is suffering from COVID-19 and he sneezes when he is near to you. There is a chance of spread of the disease by air, contaminated air. So that will cause disease related to the respiratory system, like COVID-19 maybe. Tuberculosis. A person is suffering from tuberculosis, and if he come contact with us, it may suffer. He may suffer. The healthy person may suffer from tuberculosis. Like common cold. Common cold also spread through air. Then there is a one more type of agent, infectious agent, that is water. There are some waterborne diseases. The microbes, harmful microbes which are present in the water may cause many diseases. Or if you are drinking a contaminated water, you may suffer from disease through drinking water, like cholera maybe. Cholera is a disease which is caused due to the antamoeba, or we call it as amoebiasis. Cholera is also called as amoebiasis. So due to some excreta means waste of these animals thrown into the water. If that person is consuming the contaminated water, you may suffer from the cholera. Cholera disease, actually, in olden days, cholera was a very harmful disease, because during the summer season, this was affecting the large people. Many of the people were dying because of cholera without having a proper treatment and all. So like these are called as waterborne diseases. Then there are some diseases which are transferred from patient to healthy person, or unhealthy person to healthy person by sexual contact. If you are having a sexual contact with people suffering from sexual transmitted disease, you will suffer from sexual contact disease. Like diseases transferred by having a sexual contact with an infected person is called sexual transmitted disease. Example, AIDS. AIDS is caused by the HIV, human immunovirus. What do you mean by AIDS? AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. And even hepatitis B is also one of the cause of the one of the disease caused, which come under sexual transmitted disease. Many sexual transmitted diseases are there. When you have a sexual contact with a diseased person, it will spread from a patient to the healthy person. Like AIDS may be, hepatitis B may be, herpes simplex virus may be, genital herpes may be, genital warts may be. Then can give example of syphilis, one of the sexual transmitted disease. Gonorrhea may be. Like all these are called as sexual transmitted disease, which are transferred by sexual act. So with this, we'll stop the class for today. So